I would like to conclude, Deputy Speaker. If you want to read one particular study on the effectiveness of ivermectin, one particular peer-reviewed study on ivermectin, I'd suggest to you in the Journal of Biomedical Research and Clinical Investigations, Deputy Speaker, study published last year. Now, what they did in this study, Deputy Speaker, this was across 4 hospitals in Argentina, and they had 2 groups. They had 407 people, hospital workers, doctors and nurses and orderlies, which they just had them with their standard PPE equipment. And they had another group of 788, again doctors and nurses and orderlies, which they gave ivermectin to. So we had an ivermectin group and a non-ivermectin group. In the non-ivermectin group of the 407, 237 of them, 58% in a 3-month period, contracted COVID. You can understand that, Deputy Speaker. Argentina is not a wealthy country, as wealthy as we are here in Australia. Their hospitals are crowded, overcrowded. COVID was right through their society. The nurses and doctors in that hospital that didn't take ivermectin in that study period, 58% of them became infected. But of the 788 that took the ivermectin treatment, Deputy Speaker, can you guess how many contracted COVID out of 788? Remembering, it was 58% in the other group. 700, it was 0. A duck egg. Not one single person, not one single doctor, not one single nurse, not one single orderly contracted COVID, and yet in the other group, Deputy Speaker, they had 58%. If that is not enough evidence, if I've not shown enough evidence here tonight that ivermectin must be adopted widely in this country, we only have to look at the results across the board in countries like India, how successful they have been at crushing their COVID curves with ivermectin, Deputy Speaker. It must be adopted widely in this country. It is an effective treatment.